Are you prepared for the new TSA security rules in 2025? If not, you may risk being denied at the airport. Did I pack something I shouldn't have? Is my ID expired? New rules are coming in hot, deadlines are approaching fast, and some things are totally changing the game. We're diving deep into the new TSA rule changes you absolutely need to know for 2025. So buckle up, smash that like button, and let's make sure you're not that person holding up the security line. Okay, first up, the real ID. If you're flying within the US, this is non-negotiable. The deadline for the real ID is May 7th, 2025. After that, your regular driver's license won't cut it at airport security. You'll need a real ID-compliant license to board those domestic flights. Think of it like this. The real ID is like the VIP pass of identification. So, check your state's requirements and get that real ID sorted ASAP. Speaking of IDs, let's talk digital. In today's fast-paced world, everything is going digital. From our payments to our identification. We're living in a world of Apple Pay and QR codes, where convenience is king and speed is essential. So why not digital IDs for travel? Imagine the ease of just scanning your phone at the airport. Well, the future is here, but it's not evenly distributed yet. Some places are ahead of the curve while others lag behind. Some states are all in on digital driver's licenses, and certain airports are equipped to scan them. This makes travel smoother and more efficient. But, and this is a big but, not all states are on board, and not all airports have hopped on the digital ID train. This inconsistency can be frustrating. Keep your physical ID handy as a backup, especially if you're flying to a different state. It's always better to be safe than sorry. The last thing you want is to be stuck at the airport because your digital ID isn't accepted. Plan ahead and stay informed about the requirements of your destination. Next up is something that always sparks a debate: facial recognition technology. It's already being used at some airports, and it's about to become even more common this year. Privacy concerns are definitely valid, but there's no denying that facial recognition can make the whole airport experience smoother and faster. Imagine this. You walk up, look at a screen, and boom, your identity is confirmed. No more fumbling for your ID, no more awkward interactions. In terms of efficiency, it's a game changer. Let's talk about something less controversial. New tech that actually makes our lives easier. Remember those old school, blurry X-ray machines for your carry-on bags? The TSA is rolling out these super cool 3D scanners that use CT technology. No more taking out your laptop, digging out your toiletries, or awkwardly explaining that weird, lumpy thing is just your grandma's fruitcake. These scanners make the screening process faster and more accurate. Alright, let's talk about the carry-on regulations. The TSA is cracking down on oversized bags and sneaky overpackers. They have strict guidelines, and it's important to be aware of them before you arrive at the airport. You know the drill. That person struggling to shove their massive duffel bag into the overhead bin, holding up the entire boarding process. It's not just inconvenient, it can also be embarrassing. Airlines have their own specific size limits, and the TSA is enforcing them. Each airline might have slightly different rules, so it's crucial to double-check before you pack. So, before you even think about bringing that extra pair of shoes just in case, check your airline's baggage policy. A little preparation can save you a lot of hassle. It's better to be safe than sorry, or hit with those hefty baggage fees. Next up, a classic that never seems to get old. The 311 liquid rule. This rule has been around for years and is a staple of air travel. For those who need a refresher, 3.4 ounces, 100 milliliters, or less per container is the maximum amount of liquid you can carry in your hand luggage. All those little bottles fit neatly into one quart-sized zip-top bag. This bag must be transparent and resealable. Now, I know it can be tempting to sneak in that full-size shampoo bottle, but remember, the rules are there for a reason. Trust me, it's not worth the hassle of having your bag searched, or even worse, having to surrender your precious products to the TSA gods. Imagine the disappointment of losing your favorite shampoo or lotion. It's a feeling best avoided. Pro tip, invest in some travel-sized containers. These are reusable and can save you a lot of trouble. Let's talk about something super important: traveling with medication. The TSA has specific rules about this, and it's crucial to be in the know, especially if you rely on prescription meds. Keep your medications in their original packaging whenever possible. This makes it way easier for the TSA officers to identify everything quickly. Good news for all you liquid medication heroes out there. You are allowed to bring more than 3.4 ounces, but you'll need to declare it at security, and it might require additional screening. Picture this. You're running late for your flight because who isn't? The security line is longer than a Tolstoy novel, and you can practically feel your stress levels skyrocketing. The TSA feels your pain, which is why they're rolling out more self-screening lanes. Think of it like the self-checkout line at the grocery store, but for airport security. You scan your own boarding pass, put your bags on the belt, and even get helpful instructions from a touchscreen. TSA officers will still be there to supervise and make sure everything runs smoothly. Let's talk about everyone's favorite airport surprise, random screenings. Yes, even if you've got PreCheck and you feel like a travel VIP, you can still be randomly selected for additional screening. These random screenings are an important part of keeping everyone safe, so try to be patient and cooperate with the TSA officers. Alright folks, let's wrap things up with a classic, the ever-evolving list of banned items. Some things are obvious, like firearms and explosives, but then there are those head-scratchers, things that you wouldn't even think twice about packing, but could get you flagged at security. Items like snow globes, certain types of batteries, and even some sports equipment can be problematic. The best way to avoid any unpleasant surprises is to check the TSA website before you pack. They have a super handy tool where you can search for specific items and see if they're allowed in carry-on or checked bags. So there you have it. Your crash course on the top 10 TSA rule changes shaking things up in 2025. I know it's a lot to remember, but trust me, being in the know is the key to a smooth and stress-free airport experience. I'm on a mission to help 1,000 smart travelers like you fly stress-free in 2025. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe and join the Airport Insider crew. Check the description for updates and travel gear suggestions.